Welcome back to the Organic Chemistry Reaction App Devlog. Last time I feel like I focused more on the chemistry side of the project, so this time I want to focus more on the game design aspects of the project. Let's start with inspiration. It seems like a lot of game designers will look to older games for inspiration. It could be something that mashes two successful ideas together, like Halo meets The Sims. I don't know what that would make, but whatever. Or it could be putting a twist on a successful idea, like Warcraft, but it's a card game. Oh wait, they already did that. Shoot. For me, the inspiration is chess, and specifically chess puzzles. So this is a screenshot of a Lee chess puzzle. It gives you a chess game state, and then basically just asks you what's the best move. And then you have to find it. Importantly, on the left side of the puzzle is my rating for the puzzles. I have a rating, and the puzzles have a rating, and then Lee Chess tries to give me puzzles that are appropriate for my skill level, so that I'm constantly being challenged appropriately. And I want my game to be this, chess puzzles, but with the twist that instead of chess, it's chemistry. As I mentioned last time, OCRA is a chemistry puzzle game, which basically means it's a run-of-the-mill puzzle game like a Sudoku app or a crossword app or, chess puzzle app. The difference being that these puzzles are chemistry related instead of something else. So since it's a puzzle game, the overall workings of the app are actually quite simple. First, there's the main menu screen that basically just lets you start a puzzle, but it can also let you access options menus as well, and maybe there's other stuff in the future, if there's like leaderboards or logging in, that type of stuff, whatever. But basically, from here, you're intended to just start a puzzle. And when you do, you start a puzzle and you go to the puzzle screen, and you start solving. Then you solve the puzzle, and you go to the next puzzle. And then you solve that one, you go to the next one, and you just kind of keep going around like that. So that's the whole thing. It's a very basic design, and to me it seems like puzzle games are a good beginner level option compared to other types of games. There's not just like a story you have to write. There's no characters you have to create, no complex systems like level ups and abilities, currency systems or whatever. It's just a pure focus on puzzles. Which is the main focus of the gameplay, so I think, that's good. I don't know. It just feels right to me, so try and make a puzzle game if you're struggling. But yeah, it's just these two. I have a menu screen and a puzzle screen. That's the whole setup. That was the front end of the system. The back end is basically three systems. There's a puzzle selection, puzzle drawing, and puzzle solving. The puzzles all exist in a database as XML data, and it's supposed to be basically a more human-friendly format for creating puzzles. Then when a puzzle is selected, it'll parse that the XML data into some arrays, which are supposed to be more machine-friendly of format. And then once the data is loaded into arrays, the puzzle drawing system takes over and then reads that data to generate sprites. In this case, the sprites represent atoms and bonds, and they're drawn, according to the puzzle data. Then after that, you have the puzzle solving system, and that's the one that lets the user interact with the game. Basically, it just allows the user to draw an arrow between two sprites. Then it will check whether or not that arrow is the right answer or the wrong answer. And then it'll also check if all of the arrows have been drawn so that you know when the puzzle is over. This is a pretty simplistic overview of these three systems. There are complications within each system that I'll probably talk about some other time, I'm sure. But for now, this is just an overview. We've got the front end, what the game looks like, just a menu and a puzzle screen. And then you have these three systems working behind the scene: puzzle selection, puzzle drawing, and puzzle solving. Last detail, I'm using Construct 3 to make this app. Why? Because that's the one that clicked with me, and no other reason. I tried Unity, I tried Game Maker, I tried Godot, and I just found that I was struggling to get started on those engines. I feel like if I could have gotten a good start, I probably could have used any of those, but I couldn't really get started. And without that, I would have, demotivated myself and probably would have given up. But with Construct, I managed to get off the ground and get started with a project. It just sort of clicked with me. I don't know. So, now that it's up and running, I can use it, and it actually feels kind of easy to use. The same thing would have been said probably for any other one, but again, I couldn't get started. So this is where I'm at. I have actually since revisited Godot and got a decent start there, making the same game. But at this point, the Construct version is so much farther ahead that I'm mostly just going to continue with the Construct. Maybe the Godot version will catch up at some point, but I'm not working on it actively. So Construct it is. And yeah, like I said last time, the app is available for download on the Play Store. If you search for Organic Chemistry Reaction app, and it will be somewhere in that list. I've updated to version 1.0.1.4, blah, 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 which adds 19 new puzzles. So there's a total of 150 puzzles right now. It also adjusts how the fully randomized puzzles and the user-selected puzzles are loaded. One thing that happened was that my install didn't update automatically, so I'm kind of worried that nobody's will. Maybe if I had waited longer, it would have been fine and it would have updated on its own, but I'm not really sure. It's something that I'm looking into, though. I don't want people to be forever stuck on the original release version. That would be bad. So yeah, in addition to that issue, I also found an issue with one puzzle that wasn't being drawn correctly. That's an easy fix. I just need to actually do it. I'm kind of struggling to identify which puzzle it was, though. So we'll see if I find it before the next release. I'm also just going to continue monitoring the user-selected puzzles and the fully randomized puzzles. The system works when I test it on my computer, but there are a lot of problems on my phone that I think are just caused by longer loading times. I'm hoping it's fixed now, but I need to monitor it to, see if it's fixed. If it's not, I'll have to keep trying things as needed. So once again, thanks for hanging out. Let me know what you think of the project in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd really appreciate it if you installed the app and tried it out yourself. An iPhone release, like I said last time, it is into the cards if there's demand, so voice your support, and it will get there eventually. Anyway, see you next time.